So, we are going into game 2 of this best of 3. It is between TSL's Revival and AcerBly. Bly is the orange zone in the top right. Revival is the... Is that pink or teal? Teal. Pink.
Pink.
Zerg in the top left. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm colorblind between, like pinky shades. I can't actually see them, so I get really confused. And there's a quick pause by Bly, which is fair enough. Obviously an online tournament could be lag, could be anything, could be his house set on fire and he's having to quickly put it out. Could have spilled his coffee.
It could be.
Probably more likely just an internet issue or his mouse ran out of battery.
Well, if you remember last week, AcerBly beat Baby Knight, and then of course he had to forfeit the series because his internet was playing up. So maybe it's just something that Bly has problems with.
To be honest, I'd hate to see him have to forfeit due to internet problems, but there's been no sign of it yet, so I very much doubt it. Obviously, what to remember, guys, is this is AntecAttack. It's for €200. The winner gets €125, and the runner-up gets 75. So these players are playing for relatively reasonable amounts of money for a night's work. And
do you follow? Sorry to interrupt. Do you follow Reddit on Twitter?
No.
Because
that seems like a really strange thing to do.
It's awesome. It whenever a high ranked post hits front, it'll tweet it, and no, for some reason some person posted an image just this is a water hole for my.
The game's back up. So yeah, do continue.
And it's just a big hole in the ground with a lake, but it looks like you could swim in there and come out on the other side of the place. It's really freaky.
That sounds cool, Pew.
Right there. You'll see now. I'll post you the image.
Well, I won't be able to see it, and neither will anyone watching on the stream or people watching on VOD. So, Google big hole pool or something, and that may work for you. So anyway, both these players are going pretty standard at the moment. Obviously, this is game 2. Game 1 went to Bly, who just did some amazing Ling Bling play early on and just did so much economical damage. It was sick. Pewee, what do you reckon this game's got in store? Do you reckon Revival's going to go for a 15 hatch again? Do you reckon they both will?
Yeah. Revival's
well, they're both up to 15 already, so I reckon they're both going for 15 hatches. The map supports going that because it's an easy to hold natural.
Definitely. You don't need as many spines to get full coverage of your natural. Especially from your natural ramp to your main ramp.
And we will see the Revival got his hatchery down about 1.5 seconds sooner. That was just hype for the sake of hype.
Yeah.
Not much.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You have to get excited about these things, especially in a mirror matchup. You have to get excited about everything at the start because things are so similar. And especially in ZvZ, if they do similar things, it's nothing's going to happen for quite a long time now, basically, Pew.
Pretty much. We actually have pull firsts, then, pulls after hatches. Gas now going down for Revival.
Now, Revival clearly getting that just to be ready for Banelings.
Yes.
Because he hasn't actually got any scouting information. Neither player has. So they don't know whether... Well, he does know.
On about both their
overlords are there. I didn't notice that when I said
they were directly over the building, so it's fairly hard. And the colours are nearly identical as well, as close as they can be, so it's acceptable.
I was just wow. I was they've got no they do, and then all the pool timing gives it away. But basically, both these players are safe now for a long, long time. I'm really hating my colour blindness now, massively, just because I was they have no scouting information, and then you're
oh my god,
they do.
But yeah, at the moment everything is identical. 2 drones in production, 2 greens in production, and 26 supply for each person. So, Revival's just a little bit ahead in terms of everything's 2 seconds faster, but that's it. Okay, we have speed now in production for Revival. Yep, and then
speed for Bly as well. These two are literally doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Do you remember those old days of multi-boxing?
Multi-boxing?
In MMOs. It probably still occurs.
I never played it with MMOs.
There used to be this thing called multi-boxing. It was a big problem in World of Warcraft where people would get 5 accounts and have all 5 profiles running on like one computer, and use software to mimic the keystrokes to all the different games up,
okay.
and then like just farm all day
Gold.
and all night, or gold or whatever, just with like 5 characters. Like it could be really simple. Like you could just have like a healer and a tank, and like one would be attack for the tank and heal for the healer, and auto target the tank.
Yeah.
So they just like never died.
Well, I've never played World of Warcraft, so...
Well, fair enough. Anyway, we've got Bailing Nest down for both players. We've got the second gas down for Bly. Just on the way for Bly, already down for Revival. Spine Crawler for Revival, that's fairly standard. Spine Crawler for Bly. Everything really similar. Speed, now down for both players.
I think it's important to note the lair is in production for Bly, whereas it's not for Revival.
No,
Or
Bly's
it's not
also
even
getting his
started.
3rd and 4th gas. So that'll give him a slight gas advantage. And the Roach one, of course, on the way down for Revival, but not for Bly. Which, really in a situation like this, are we going to see potentially 2 base muter? I think that'd be really...
No,
really
the
brave.
3rd's about to go down for Bly.
Oh yeah, it is.
It looks like just standard Roach, like upgraded Roach with maybe some infestors which gets the gas right. But Revival's just building Roaches, and he's not getting his lair, so he's probably going to go for a 2-base
To be
all-in.
honest, that's going to work incredibly well. Bly's 3rd base is really greedy, in my opinion. It's really early. It's really greedy.
7 minutes, yeah.
Like in ZvZ, you don't see that. Like you don't see a 3rd usually before 10 minutes. So it's going to be fun. There's some Banelings being morphed in for Bly here. And, well, it's only a couple of Zerglings coming across, but...
You were correct. We actually have a Spire down for Bly.
I mean, that's what I was thinking, because there was the extra gas, a lot of spines coming down. Suddenly Bly realised what is coming at him, and essentially if he holds this off and defends it, well, he's going to have muters. There's no Evo down at all for Revival, so those muters will wreak havoc.
Yep. 5 spines for Bly. Oh, this is going to be really intense, actually.
Yeah, he's cancelled his 3rd, so he
yeah.
knows he can't get that down. Some Evos coming down for the Sim City, and this is going to be crazy. What are the Banelings going to do? Well, the Banelings are going to run away from the Roaches, which is a good move. Basically, everything's going to run away at the moment, and those Roaches actually getting surrounded by the Zerglings, which is really nice positioning. The Spine's having to move forward, but Bly needs to be careful because all that forward, massive Baneling hits go off on something.
And the Spines move forward, they are starting the route. There are 4 of them, which is pretty lot of Zerglings come back in again. There are some Banelings.
There's Banelings on the way, and now you need a lot of Spines still with Roaches. Roaches engage well against Roachling, and suddenly this is all getting very, very crazy. And, well, one Spine down, 2 Spine down, Banelings down, as you say. Phew, this is intense.
Oh yes, and we actually have 11 drones being made right now for Revival as the layers in production, and we have 6 muters in production, because of course he hasn't seen the Spire. He
hasn't, and of course that's going to be the problem, because the Evo Chamber's only just coming down now for Revival. Those muters are going to hit before any chance of spores coming down.
And there are 2 queens as well. There is another queen now in production, but of course, because the layer is being made, he can't produce a queen from that either. And here come the muters. They're going for overlords first. No! Time is of the essence, Bly. Don't attack freaking overlords.
This is going to be pretty crazy, but of course, the big problem for Revival is he's got nothing to shoot up, but he does have those spores on the way out. And, well, how much can he do? He's picking off the Banelings, which is the right choice.
Oh my god, look at that run by.
And if with all the Banelings gone, suddenly this is not going to favour Revival at all. He does have a burst around, but the muters are going to be able to do great damage. The queens are cleaning up, though, lovely for Revival at the moment. And, well, this is not fun for Bly, actually.
No. An extra 3 muters have gone down. 1 queen has gone down. The second one, is it going to die? Yep.
It does now, but of course there's still enough queen. There's still 1 queen for the injects. And again, there's 2 more queens in production for Revival. He's lost, in my opinion, Bly's lost too many muters. He's just flooding with Zerglings now. And this is really intense, Pewee, in my opinion.
Yeah, Bly's also taken his 3rd, which is just finished, and he's actually behind on supply.
But he has just got his infestation pit up, Pewee. And if those infestors are able to come out, that's going to really clean up the muters because they stack so badly. It's going to be just sick.
But we still have a chunk of time, about 70 seconds. Because, of course, he's not going to start them until...
Now we do have the Zerglings in, but there's the spines there, there's roaches coming out, and it looks like Bly's going to pull back for the moment. He has got his third base up behind this, so he's really achieved what he wanted to, which is gain map dominance, do a little bit of drone damage. I mean, well, no drones actually killed, surprisingly, but he's contained his opponent and he's got a third base up, which is exactly where he wants to be, and he's got the tech advantage as well.
Yeah, the pathogen glands are only about 40 seconds apart, so it's not like Revival's massively far ahead in terms of tech. But only now Bly caught up with the harvester count, because until just now it is 43 v 58 in Revival's favour, but of course now Bly has the extra base, so he is economically ahead.
I mean, if we look at the economy bars, we will see that Bly is definitely pushing ahead. He's about 200 minerals a minute better off, which is quite significant, and these muters being used exactly how they should, overlord hunting, and Bly taking a fourth base. That's crazy.
That's strange.
But of course all these queens are out for Revival. That means a lot of transfuses are there ready, and crazy
spread. And holy crap, that's 8 queens. Where the hell did they come from?
Well, what he did was, Pew, he selected his hatcheries and pressed the Q button lots.
No way. Is that where the queens come from?
That is exactly where they come from. I know you Protoss players don't understand this sort of thing.
Oh.
That's what happened.
And I thought everything came from lava.
And now, well, Bly's actually going to get a good counter push in. He's got a lot of Zerglings coming, and someone is lagging like mad.
He's lagging.
I don't know who that was, but someone lagged a lot. But it's getting so. No, I think it may be you actually. You've gone really robotic.
Me?
Yeah, it is you. I do believe you.
Me.
So you may want to jump out of this game.
I will not risk it.
Nope, it is definitely you. You may want to mute your mic as well because you've gone all crazy. So I will cast this on my own. So hopefully we'll be better now. Sorry for that, guys. We don't know at all what was happening there. Crazy internet problems do occur when you're on online tournaments, so I am casting this on my own at the moment, and this is all pretty hectic. I mean, meanwhile behind this we've got Bly getting a lot of spine callers up, 11 in total, to deal with this Queen Roach Infestor push. Meanwhile, there was a bit of harassment in a Ling Vonbai, but to be honest, if Bly can hold this off, he's going to be in a good spot, but there's so many transfusers, there's just so many queens there. The Roach numbers aren't that high, but Revival coming in with 11 more, and with the transfusers this is going to be absolutely crazy. But just look at the spines, and here we go, we've got Infested Terrans lobbing up just to try and deal with this. We've got some fungal growth going off, but Infested Terrans on the high ground as well, and that's going to allow those Infestors to get picked off. Crazy fungal growth coming out by Bly. The supply difference is massive though, and well, for the moment this is absolutely insane. The Baningness is taking huge damage, and well, the queens are coming in, and just look at these transfusers, just mass transfusing on the roaches, and for the moment the Infested Terrans are just duking it out. But I mean, with these roach reinforcements I just can't help but feel that Revival just has too much stuff in Bly's base, but still there's just so many spines. This is absolutely crazy, and for the moment I think Revival's going to have to pull back. He's going to go and look down at the third. There is a wave, an entire row of 5 spines there, but well, this is absolutely mad right now. The Queen, that's getting taken down super quick, and actually the hatchery can be hit by a couple of units without actually engaging the spine callers, so I'm surprised Revival isn't even going for the spines when he can just pick them off on their own. But there are the muters there, the queens will help deal with those. Meanwhile, we've got Bly trying to get up some units rapidly. He's going to hive as well. This third base, that's gone, that's not going to last very long at all, and once that's down, of course, well, that's problems. The fourth base was cancelled for Bly there, and this is absolutely mad. The mass queens taking out literally everything in the sky. The transfusers are really low. There's no transfusers left on those queens, and that's going to exhaust the push. But of course the third base being killed off, that's pretty damn big. These roaches going into their death though, fighting of the spine wall, that's pretty crazy. Don't want to be doing that, and well, I imagine these spines will be moved relatively soon, but it was just so effective having all of this. But the creep spread going absolutely crazy, and Revival is kind of just getting out more infestors. He's got that macro hatch, but his main is nearly mined out. His natural is getting actually pretty low as well. He's taking a third and fourth double expanding. Bly does know that's coming though from the muter, and well, the queens, they're very slowly running back. They are going to get back on creeps shortly. There are well, a lot of infestors. Meanwhile, tech-wise for Bly, he's got that hive down, but what is he going to do with it? We will wait and see. He's got a lot of infestors and roaches. If we actually look at the army supply tab, it is 89 to 64 army in favour of Revival, and 55 to 48 drones in favour of Revival as well. So that is definitely to his advantage. That Mewtwo is going to get taken down very, very quickly. The double expand also coming down here for Bly. This is just crazy in terms of a ZvZ, and we do actually have what is, I believe, 8 spine callers just sitting around, so they are going to start burrowing up again. But we do have Zerglings coming in here, but all of Bly's armies, they're ready to defend, and well, for the moment, this is just pretty crazy. Bly getting the greatest Spire, that is against Revival's Hydra Den. The Hydras will absolutely wreck Broodlords in small numbers, but again, this is just crazy. I honestly don't know who's getting ahead and who's getting behind. I mean, there's a third base there for Revival. His fourth base is up as well. What is the drone count at now? Well, 61 to 50 in favour of Bly. So the greater worker numbers, the fact the third base is back up for Bly means he's going to be ahead economically momentarily. But of course, both players' main bases are mined out. The fourth base up as well now for Bly. And, well, this is all going to go mad. The greater spire nearly done for Bly now. And both players pushing forward. What is the infestor count like? That'll make a big difference. 6 to 8 in favour of Bly. 26 roaches to 37 roaches in favour of Bly. And to be honest, the queens are the only thing there to make a difference. But they are all... Where are all the queens now? The queens are just chilling up by the fourth base. So the transfuses are not going to come into this. So Bly should do well in a head-on engagement, but here we will see Revival getting those Hydras. Those Hydras, I cannot emphasize enough how effective they're going to be. They add so much extra damage into this army mix. Upgrade-wise, we are at 1-0 for Bly with only the armor, and 2-2 about to finish up for Revival. That puts him massively ahead in terms of upgrades, and with the Hydras, they're going to just do so much damage. I honestly do not know which way this is going to go down. It's absolutely mad. The extra gas is being taken by Bly. They're already up and running there for Revival, who is now maxed out at 200 of 200. He's got so many more units on the way, and well, the Corruptors, they're out at the moment for Bly, but they can't attack anything because there's hardly anything in the air. And well, a couple of Infestors going to get picked off here. They're 3 Infestors. They do have full energy as well, so that is a big loss. Chain Fungals going down on the Roaches, and everything is getting completely psycho mad right now. And well, these roaches get cleaned up. The natural base does have most of the army there. A massive fungal growth goes off there for Bly. Chain fungling, a lot of roaches and infestors there. They're going to get taken out very, very quickly. The infestor was going down, so lobbing all of its energy it can in infested Terrans. You may as well, because they're free. You've got Bly getting down that hive. 6 Broodlords are coming out. Where are all of those Broodlords? I am not quite sure. At the moment, they are just morphing back in the main base. Once they come into play, that is going to make a big difference. Bly reinforcing with, well, a lot of roaches. A lot of roaches also out of Revival. Big fungal growth coming out at the moment for both players. But all of the infestors getting chain locked down. The Hydra's trying to come in, but the Broodlords are coming down. And, well, 6 Broodlords is nothing to really try and engage with only a handful of Hydras. And everything is getting cleaned up very, very nicely. And for the moment, the loss tab-wise, Revival lost around 3,000 more minerals, 3,000 more resources actually, and suddenly Bly's got this big slow army creeping across the map, which somehow Revival has to deal with. He's trying to get that spire to get Corruptors out ASAP, and this is legitimately one of the most insane, awesome, brilliant ZvZs I have seen in a long, long time. And well, we've still got a lot of Broodlords. They've got nothing really threatening them apart from a handful of Hydras. There is 16 on the field, but with those Infestors there, the Infestors still have a lot of energy for Bly, but there is only 1 remaining actually. So that 1 Infestor is going to be absolutely critical. Fungal growth chaining out from Revival here, but the Broodlords are coming in. The Overseer is giving vision, but all the Hydras are back at the moment, and a massive fungal growth. If you've got 1 Infestor, do a fungal growth like that. And well, the Broodlords, they're trying to stay out of the way of the Hydras. They're trying to engage absolutely everything. Meanwhile, the supply count going in Bly's favour. Bly double expanding yet again to take him up to 6 bases against the 4. And this is just absolutely mad. And to be honest, I think Bly is now going to take it. Although, having said that, 11 Corruptors coming out here for Revival. And 11 Corruptors is no small amount indeed. And actually a GG from Revival. So game 2 goes to Bly in what was absolutely crazy. So stay tuned for game 3, which is match point for Bly.